Hey yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Now of course, you know what video this is. We have to play Fulham this weekend at the Fortress, which is behind me. This Saturday, down at the Riverside, if you don't know where the Fortress was already. We play Fulham at home, a very tough game, but a game I'm looking forward to nonetheless. It was a very good game down at Craven Cottage earlier on this season, and obviously I had the pleasure of going down there as a fan to watch my team play Fulham. I do love Fulham away, fantastic stadium. Yeah, I mean, really nice stadium, to be honest with you. I love the scenes around the stadium, everything to do with Craven Cottage I love. So yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it down there earlier on the season to watch the team. Obviously it ended 1-1, but we will get into that very soon to how that game went down. But yeah, Fulham, very good team, especially this year. I mean, they've got a lot of players that stand out to me, including Ryan Sessegnon, who for me tortured Christie earlier on at Craven Cottage this year. Very good game though. Got a lot of very good players in the team that I like. So let's get straight into this preview. The manager's name I can't pronounce, but I will have a go. So Slavisa, I think he's called Slavisa Jakanovic. I don't know how well I did that. I don't know how well I pronounced his name, but that's as far as what the manager's called. They obviously played Craven Cottage, and they were founded right back in 1879. So they've been around a long time with Fulham. And let's get through their wins, draws, and losses. Obviously of their last 5 games. And to be honest with you, their record's very good. It's not actually that bad. So Fulham have won 3, drawn 1, and lost 1. It's a very good record. You know, won more than what they've lost or drawn. They beat Barnsley at home 2-1. They beat Cardiff away 4-2, which is a fantastic result considering how well Cardiff have done this season so far. And they beat Fulham. I mean, I was going to say they beat Fulham, but this is Fulham. They beat Ipswich 4-1 at home as well, which is another terrific result. To beat Fulham 4-1 at home, great result. They drew away to Hull at 2-2. Obviously, we beat Hull earlier on in the year when the club was going through some turmoil, and they lost to Sunderland 1-0. Away, which isn't a great result for him, considering we just beat Sunderland. Don't know how you lose to them. But yeah, I mean, they lost to them. So, based on the fact that the teams have beat, I mean, you know what I mean? They have beat some hard teams there, beating Cardiff, beating Barnsley and Ipswich. All very good football inside, especially this season, playing some fantastic football. So, yeah, well done on beating them teams. I mean, especially by the amount they beat them as well. Beating Cardiff 4-2, fantastic result, and beating Ipswich 4-1 at home. I know you're at home, but it's still a great result. And obviously, but I have a couple of players that have already played for Fulham, being Mark Swartz and Frank Drew. 2 of my favourite players, actually. 2 of my favourite Boro players that moved on to Fulham. It's such a shame to see them go. I mean, I remember when Frank Drew left Middlesbrough. I don't know if he went to Birmingham first and then went on to Fulham, or if it was the other way around. But remember when he left, I was absolutely devastated, to be honest with you. I loved watching Frank Drew in a Boro shirt, but he moved on. And then Mark Swartz, I mean, he was a goalkeeper that I watched growing up ever since I was a kid. So when he left, it was like flipping losing me brother. Do you know what I mean? It was hard, man. It was hard to see Mark Swartz leave. But he left, and you know, and I think he finished his career off. I think it was either at Chelsea or Fulham. I'm not very good with all this, but I'm pretty sure he finished his career off at Leicester, actually. I know he went to Leicester at one point, Mark Swartz. I'm sure he went to Leicester. But yeah, I mean, he was a fantastic goalkeeper, and he served the club very well obviously for a number of years. Same with Frank Drew. He wasn't here quite as long as what Mark Swartz was, but again, fantastic player. I'm going to run you through quickly about the top goal scorers for Fulham. And as you say, as I've already said, they're obviously Ryan Sessegnon, 7 goals and 4 assists. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure he's their left back. Ryan Sessegnon, I'm pretty sure he's Fulham's left back. I might be wrong, but I'm sure when we played them this season, he was playing left back because he absolutely, or left mid, because he absolutely hammered Christie. And I remember after that game, I think I said something about Christie's performance, about how much he got tortured off this young lad. I mean, he's about 17 years old, about 17, 18 years old. He's a fantastic player, honestly. I mean, any Boro fans that haven't seen this guy play, if he plays against us this Saturday, honestly, he's a fantastic talent. And I think Fulham will struggle to keep hold of him. If he doesn't leave in this window in the summer, especially, he's a fantastic player. I believe he's come through the youth ranks as well at Fulham. And I believe his brother actually plays for Fulham as well. But like I say, he's a fantastic player. He's Ryan Sessegnon, great player. And the Fulham fans that I spoke to when I went to Craven Cottage earlier in the year, they actually said how good this guy was. And I'd never watched him before until we played him earlier this year. But when I watched him, I thought, flipping it, like, he was absolutely fantastic player. Kamara, He gets called the AK-47. I don't know why they called him the AK-47 of Fulham fans, but after the game they're going, oh, you know, a fan come to me and said, oh, I see the AK-47 scored against you, and I was like, yeah, mate, yeah, seen that, seen he scored against us, but yeah, I got no idea to why they call him the AK-47, unless he's literally wears the number 47. He's called Kamara. Then I couldn't understand why he's called the AK-47. He's got 6 goals and 1 assist. He actually got one of them goals of the season against Middlesbrough. Well, Fulham took the lead against Middlesbrough, actually. They scored the header, which actually took the lead against us, and Christie scored proper later on. And really salvage a point, because I didn't think we were going to get anything in that game, but the corner came in and we got the point. But yeah, that guy scored against us. It was a good header. But like I say, if they would have beat us, I wouldn't be saying it was a good header. But yeah, it was a good header. Don't worry, it was a good header. But yeah, the AK-47 scored against us. And then they got Stefan Johansson. And then there's Stefan Johansson, who's got 5 goals and 2 assists. That's a player that I'm not very familiar with. I believe he's a defender, but I may be wrong. But yeah, I'm not familiar with him, but I do know Ryan Sessegnon and I know Kamara. Both very, very good players, and players that we need to be watching out for this Saturday especially, you know, because these 2 players could hurt us, including many other players for Fulham. But like I said, these 2 especially for me are the players that I'll be watching out for, because they can really, really damage us. And as I've just said, obviously Boro have met these before, and that was on the 23rd of September, and it ended 1-1. And to be honest with you, it was a fantastic game. I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed the atmosphere from both sides, and like I say, I'm happy that Boro got the point. And like I say, fantastic afternoon in London and at Craven Cottage. So if we look at the league table, Fulham are currently sitting on 10th on 39 points, and a win could take them up to 7th. So not obviously 1 place off the playoffs, which is obviously fantastic for them if they can do it. As for Middlesbrough, a win from Middlesbrough could take us 5th, as we currently sit on 51 points. On 41 points. And like I say, Boro currently sitting 7th at the minute. 8th, should I say 8th? Sorry, Boro currently sitting 8th in the table on 41 points. And as I say, you know, we can go 5th, which is fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic if we can get the result. I think we could get the result. Honestly, I think, you know, even if Fulham come on Saturday with obviously with a lot of strengths, I think Middlesbrough could I can't actually get my words out. I think Middlesbrough could get the result. I'm gonna run you through my teeth. Seriously, man, I can't get my words out. I just said teeth. I'm gonna run you through my team quickly, and then I'll get into what I kind of want to see this Saturday from Middlesbrough. So in starting goal, it's going to be Darren Randolph. The guy's been fantastic. He's an absolute wall, to be honest. I mean, his save against Fulham. Seriously, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening here. His save against Sunderland, where he tipped over the bar, literally about 3 yards out, and he saved it. It was fantastic. So he stays in goal for me. The back 4 is made up of Ryan Shotton at right back. Obviously, no Christie for me in this game. The 2 centre halves being Ben Gibson and Daniel Ayala. And then the man who went off against Sunderland, George Friend, he will be at left back. I'm hoping the injury isn't too bad. Obviously he hobbled off. But there's been no news on it to whether it's bad or not, so hopefully he's okay. My back 4, so this is a 4-4-1-1. My back, obviously my 4 in the midfield is Traore on the right, Downing on the left. My 2 in the middle being Johnny House and Ledbetter. And then Braithwaite sits just behind Son Balonga up front. So that is my team. And that is the preview. But in terms of what do I want to see from this Saturday, a win would be nice. I mean, I think Tony Pulis is sort of getting us to that stage now whereabouts, you know what I mean, we can almost make the Riverside a fortress again. You know, very, very positive results recently, you know, come off the back of two wins, even though one of them was an FA Cup against Sunderland. But like I said, 2 positive results. And since he's came in, it almost feels like there's more confidence in the team. And almost like the place is more settled now. You know, the Riverside is more of a settled place to go. Whereas before, underneath Gary Monk, it seemed like everyone was very, very nervous in terms of who will get the first goal. But whereas when you watch Boro under Tony Pulis, we're very, very more relaxed, I feel. I feel like the fans are more chilled out. And it almost feels like it's only a matter of time until Boro get that first goal. That's what it almost feels like. So, you know, that's obviously that's my opinion on Middlesbrough at the minute. In terms of Fulham, they're obviously going to want to come here in terms of their good run of form and obviously get a result. Don't get me wrong. I mean, watch them back in September. They were very, very good. Big attacking presence up front and throughout the team. And when they go forward, you know what I mean, they do drive at you. Obviously, Thomas Callas, of Forgot to mention, he plays for Middlesbrough, he does play for Fulham as well. I'm expecting a tough game, but I can see Boro coming through the win. I'm going to give you my score prediction now. It's going to be a Boro 2-1. I want to see Traore on the score sheet, as he's not scored yet. I want to see Downing on the score sheet as well. And for them, I'm going to go Kamara to get the goal for them. Going to go for 2-1 Middlesbrough. And yeah, hopefully we can pull through and get the result. If you're going Saturday, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to get an interview after the game on Boro Fan TV, feel free. Me, Gasty and Gav will all be on Dockside Road, waiting for you guys to come over and give you and voice your opinion on the game. Tell us exactly what you thought about it. This has been the preview of Boro v Fulham. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys hopefully on Saturday. Up the Boro!